My life story began when my parents met at the Modelo factory here in Cardel. My mother that day was doing her thesis while my father had little time working there. Years passed and I fell in love. They both studied the same career but they are 5 years apart. They're never meeting. My dad grew up in the Puerto Veracruz while my mom in a town called Lusoro Galvan. They both had different lifestyles. My mom was off home and very studious, but my dad had a full life, done work and studied. In the end, they got married and ended up living in Cardel. Their purpose was to have one child because having more is difficult. So in 2003, a girl named Jessica was born. I was very small to the point of being happy to enter kindergarten. I really liked going out to play even if I did it alone. I was more creative, tantrum when they didn't want to buy me something, and envious, I didn't like them to touch my toys. I have always been shy, but when I'm confident, I let go. 2 years after being born, we traveled to Cancun in a boat show. I don't know how we could get there, but we did. We stayed for some days and we were able to visit the pyramids. An anecdote was that the time we traveled, my parents created a bed for me in a bucket and I was crying because I didn't like it. Since I was little, my mother's family has introduced me to the Christian religion and to go to the church every Sunday. I was never interested in learning about history because for me it was more important to pray, believe in faith and behave well. My interests were basketball, thanks to my dad who also played it. He taught me many things and his scolding helped me a bit. Once my dad told me that they were going to buy a pair of sneakers, but I want likes and he wants a Jordan. In the end we bought the Jordan, obviously. I have always been a very special girl with the food. I don't like fruits and vegetables very much and I could spend the day eating pizza and hamburgers. I am fan of sweets and junk food and despite that I am thin. I think it's because I do sport and because my mom isn't fat. I had a habit that if I am told to eat something and I have ever eaten, first I have to smell it. I did kindergarten in elementary school in the same school where I learned a lot and where I was crossed a finger with the door twice. At the time, my dad had changed the factory to one for Terra Blanca and my mom and I were left alone. I did middle school and another school and I think it was the worst school I have ever been to. I didn't learn much, but I met my best friend as well as traveled a lot of basketball games. My best experience in those years was traveling to Chihuahua Olympiad. I didn't play much, but I took as learning to try harder and do things well to spend more minutes. I can assure you that the best thing about basketball has been that it gives you better opportunities, the friendship you live, and learning. Now I study high school in Anagua, Jalapa, where I go in sport and stay in academics. I live alone and I have managed to do everything by myself. It was difficult for me to adapt to school and more for the subjects in English, but I did it. An anecdote was I once got lost with some friends and had to use my GPS to get to the Juarez Park. I have other like to I have left my house and come back until 12, get a tattoo, etc. I plan to study some engineering and I want to go to Anagua Querétaro or Tec de Monterrey in Monterrey for the school and basketball team. Since I was little, I have been independent of my parents and that made me something travel alone, and when I returned, they asked me if I had missed them and I say no. One of my reasons for going away is for independence and because that way my mom won't be able to tell me what to do and what not. My friendship for everything are my parents and my great-grandmother who died 5 years ago. It's my way of making them feel proud and giving them back what they once gave me. I like my life and my family.